Hey class of 2020, my name is Walter Stadolnik and I'm the valedictorian of Nashoba Regional High School. As I have reflected on our high school experiences, I cannot believe it has only been 4 years. In that brief window of time, I have met some of the truest friends I'll ever know and learned from many incredible teachers and mentors. It saddens me to see our high school memories cut short by tragedy. Each one of us has lost something to our time in quarantine. Whether it be an unfinished sports season, canceled band concerts, or just less time to say goodbye, all of us wish that we could rewrite the endings of our senior years. But though we looked forward to class trips, senior skip days, and the bittersweet closure of graduation, it seems that the universe had different plans. As we celebrate the conclusion of our high school careers within the confines of our homes, space is not the only thing which divides us. In many ways, the pandemic has both revealed and widened our nation's divisions. As anyone conscious of the news can tell you, America today is more polarized than ever before in recent history. The stark disparities in wealth, healthcare, and housing, which make daily life a struggle for so many, have grown ever more salient in the figures of this pandemic. And the names of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, and countless others will not soon cease to be the battle cries of persecuted minorities and their allies. Ours is a nation in crisis. And for the class of 2020, it can be scary to watch the world seem to unravel around us as we prepare to take a leap of faith towards our futures. But we must remember that we've been here before. Our nation weathered the influenza pandemic of 1918, a catastrophe which took more lives than the First World War. And in 1967, American cities burned during the long hot summers of rioting, looting, and racial upheaval. But through every tragedy and every crisis this country has faced, one thing has prevailed, and that is the vision for a nation in which the American dream can be realized by all. In this most trying of times, it is easy to feel that hatred governs our nation. But as Reverend King said, darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hatred cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. And in the words of James Baldwin, love takes off the masks that we fear we cannot live without, and know we cannot live within. Although our faces remain covered as quarantine drags on, we do not have to hide beneath our masks. When society wakes up from this fevered dormancy, let us unmask not only our voices, but also our hearts. Because no matter how dark things may get, opening ourselves to love, empathy, and tolerance will always bring us back to the light. So when the dust settles and we can once more leave our homes, we cannot merely return to normal. Because if the past months have proven nothing else, it is that normal is not good enough. But the class of 2020 is no normal class. In the past 4 years, I have witnessed the wealth of generosity, wisdom, and compassion possessed by every one of my peers. And as each of us travels down our own paths, I challenge you to live by these virtues in everything you do. Whether you become a lawyer, a salesman, a scientist, a doctor, or an artist, each one of us has the power to practice equity and compassion in our lives and in our careers. And for those of us of age to vote, no matter your political affiliation, I urge you to make every effort to exercise that civic right this coming November. Many of us will leave academia for the wider world in 4 years' time, and our actions now have the power to help shape the future that we will join. Finally, I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who has helped the class of 2020 to achieve its incredible accomplishments, especially amidst the turmoil of the past months. So thank you to the teachers and administration who've invested so much in preparing us for our futures, and who rose to the challenges of adopting to remote learning. Thank you for the custodians, the nurses, and the guidance counselors who have been there for us each and every day. Thank you to the parents and family for their unflinching support through every tribulation. And most of all, thank you to my peers, whose empathy and humanity are unparalleled and who inspire hope for all of our futures. To each of you, I wish the best of luck on your post-secondary journeys. Keep on changing the world because the best is yet to come. Thank you.